up, my divine feminine? I'm so excited to come on and do this reading tonight. I'm sorry I didn't get to you guys this weekend. I was finishing up my last homework assignment. Yay, I graduate college in 2 weeks, so I'm super excited about that. Anyways, that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into this energy. I'm really pumped about this reading. I'm going to ask the universe to place a bubble around me and all of my divine feminine that are tuning into this video. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. All right. Ooh, all right. We already got a card coming out, divine feminine. Death. Wow. I already knew the energy was going to be powerful surrounding us. There's just been nothing but healing for my divine feminine everywhere. Also, look at the fact that this death card is a strong ass divine feminine. Page of Wands. Divine feminine. Please make sure you guys are liking these videos, commenting, share them if you know someone else that will benefit from this energy. 10 of Cups is the center of our reading. I knew I was excited to do this reading this whole week. I couldn't wait to get to my divine feminine reading. 9 of Wands. And last but not least, let me get my outcome. I'm not taking that. That was 2. Let me get my outcome for my divine feminine. 10 of Wands. This is it. Do we need any more cards in this first part? Okay. 5 of Swords. All right, that makes sense. Bottom of the deck, grounding our entire energy, is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, divine feminine, straight up, the first card to come out this week was the Death card. So that means to me, straight up, we're ending this. There is a cycle that is being placed behind us, and it's been a long time coming. I feel like every reading I've been watching and every reading I've been channeling for has been, oh, there's an energy surrounding us that's bringing in these endings. There's an energy surrounding us that's bringing these endings. No, this month, December, the last month of this decade, is such a big month. There's going to be so much movement, so many messages, so many spiritual awakenings and enlightenments taking place that you're not even going to believe your life as it stands. So this Death card comes out to let me know that whatever it is that you've been trying to get rid of and that you've been working on, and piece by piece by piece, it's being released from your life, but a part of the energy is still there. It is finally coming to a close by the end of this month. All of that energy that's been stuck in your body and all of that energy that has been needing to be released is finally going to be shut out, and it's finally going to be closed for this new chapter to begin in your life. The cycles that the divine feminine that I channel for have been going through have been tedious and annoying, monotonous. It's been constant, non-stop work. It's like cycles within cycles within cycles, and it feels like once you close out that one chapter, boom, something else triggers you, and now you're going into this cycle, and it's like, okay, you're constantly moving from this point to this point to this point to this point. There's been no middle ground. We're finally getting to that point where there aren't going to be any more cycles within this cycle, where we're finally able to close these things out and to walk away. We received everything that we needed from that, and we're able to free ourselves. And fire destroys all. So the fact that there's 2 fire cards that came out first, that lets you know fire destroys all. I also see that as during the full moon this month, the last full moon of this decade, it is so important for you to put everything from the past 10 years on that list. Every single thing, even those things within you that you didn't know were there, because that's all that's been happening. That's why this death energy has been lingering, because there were so many things buried within our bodies and buried within our souls and buried within our consciousness and within the generational curses and the legacies that were left behind from our ancestors. We're healing all of that. So there was a lot of things that had to be broken down that we didn't even know were there. That's why the death energy has been lingering. It it wasn't an overnight type situation. That's why you'll hear the readers say, oh, you're closing out a cycle. You're closing out a cycle. That doesn't mean that you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and the cycle was closed. No, that means that every single day there's healing taking place both above and beneath the surface that you didn't even know was there. There are things happening and being healed and closed out that you weren't even aware of. And look at her. She's not afraid. She's smiling. And I see you, the divine feminine I'm channeling for, you are leaders. So others will be coming to you asking you, how did you do this? How did you heal those wounds? How did you make it to this place where you're able to stand up and be brave and to speak out against the man, and I don't mean the man as in like the sex, the man. I mean the man against society, against the norm. How did you make it to the space where you're able to stand up and share your messages, and where you're able to look at your past and utilize it as a platform as opposed to a burden? So the divine feminine are finally reaching this plateau in their life where they're able to utilize things for what they were, stepping stones to their platform. They were never meant to damage you. Page of Wands is all of these messages flowing in. There's going to be messages from your divine masculine counterparts. There's going to be signs and synchronicities and tarot readings. And it's like everything just piles on to the point where I really feel like this month provides all of the answers that you've been seeking. So if you had something happen to you 9 years ago, this month you will recognize and realize why these things happen. It's like everything starts to make sense. You're like, wow, so that's why that happened in my childhood, so that I can meet this person, fast forward all these years later, so that I can guide them and help them. Because if I didn't go through that experience, then I wouldn't have had the guidance to provide that person, and I wouldn't have made this connection. And there's so forth and thereon. Like, there are so many things that are going to begin to make sense as to why things went down the way that they did. So it's just about you being open to those aha moments, because there's going to be a lot of messages flowing in. Dream world is popping like this whole time, this whole month of December. Your dreams are intense, and I'm speaking from personal experience because, as once again, I'm a part of this collective. So the dream world, there's going to be messages flowing in like crazy. So it's important for you to document your dreams. If you remembered that dream, there was a divine reason that you do, because some people don't recognize or remember their dreams. So it's about you being keen to the messages your ancestors, guides, and mentors are trying to send you at this point as you are closing out this cycle, as you are closing out this decade. The energy that surrounds us is just an energy of finally being able to stand in our spiritual truth. I want to point out this tree in the background. That is the Ace of Wands in this deck. That's what the tree looks like. And so I feel like whatever messages you receive this month are rooted for your divine purpose and for your divine soul path. Like, nothing that is happening for you or that has been happening for you in your life is to be played small, because it's so grand when you look at it in the overall spectrum of things. It is so grand that nothing is coincidence, nothing is small. Everything that is happening is big, and it deserves a big reaction. It deserves you to be grateful. It deserves for you to scream it out, because the things that are happening are nothing less than pure love flowing in for you to heal and for you to stand up and share your messages with others. Divine Feminine, you didn't go through all of these stories and these events in your life to keep them within yourself. No, you went through those things so that you can raise up and so that you can share your stories with others, to guide them to other places, to guide them to rise above society's norms and to rise above what is expected of them and to rise above the pain and the suffering that has gone on in their lives. You experience those things so that you can help the collective rise up. We came here to change this world. The collective that I'm speaking to, you came here to change this world, so therefore you can't play anything small, because your life is nothing short of great. So everything that occurs within your life is supreme and divinely ordered for you to rise above and to speak to the collective. All of these, look at that. It's the energy of the collective surrounding you, asking you for guidance, seeking that guidance, and you're the reason that they're able to raise their cups up to the sky. You're channeling for the ancestors. You're channeling through the lineage of years and years and years of misguidance. and unspoken words and unspoken bonds and pacts. You're rising up to change the energy of the collective to get the world back to the place where it was supposed to be, which was unconditional love. There's been so much violence and so much hatred and so much anger and so many damaging things, not only within our lives, our own personal lives, but within and throughout the world. And that is why the Wounded Warrior came out. But this Nine of Wands energy is completely different from any other deck that I've personally seen. He doesn't look wounded. He used all those battle scars and those wands to guard him. In fact, he literally used one of the wands that he received in battle to make an axe. It's like, I'm done with that. I don't have anything to fear, because where I am headed is bigger than where I came from, and where I will help others to get is bigger than anything. That it's bigger than me. Your story and your journey is bigger than you, Divine Feminine. This happened for you to raise the collective vibrations. It happened so that you can walk in a new energy of light and to heal others and yourself. You wouldn't have been able to have that healing take place if you weren't brave enough to face those scars. And so this cycle that you're closing out is not anything small about it. Everything about it is so grand. Everything, all of the messages, all of the synchronicities, all of the love, all of the light, all the people that are being introduced to you, your soul purpose, that book that you're waiting to write, like the YouTube channel that you're waiting to start, whatever it is for you to get your message out there, get started on it, because it's time. And as we're closing out this decade, dreams are coming true. Only once you decide to believe. And the outcome for this week is the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. So it's making decisions to finally let the rest of these things close out. And trusting and knowing that everything that you needed to know, even the things that you felt you didn't need to know, will be revealed to you, so that you are able to act as such, and so that you are able to move forward in this lifetime, and so that you are able to make the decisions to heal the collective in the way that you were meant to. Nothing that is taking place in this point in time is small at all. Why is the death energy here? Five of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? As I'm channeling for you guys, I feel this energy of like not being sure. I don't know who that's for, but somebody feels like they're not sure that all this, everything that's happening for them is actually happening. Well, it is. And the more you try to fight it and doubt it, the more the universe is bringing these messages to you, and the more clear things become to you. So there's really nothing for you to fear anymore. You don't have to have those restless nights anymore and feel like, you know, you're not going to get, like your dreams aren't going to come true, because they are. Wheel of Fortune came out. That was too many cards. Five cards fell on the floor. 10 of Cups came out again. 10 of Wands. So that's already 3 10s out on this table. Ace of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. Yeah, somebody is doubting big time where they're headed. It's like they don't see the vision yet. They've had all these signs right in front of them, but they don't see the vision. And that's just that egoic energy trying to creep in and tell you that things aren't, wow, 10 of Swords, as I was saying, that things aren't as they seem, when in fact they really are. You have to make the decision to not allow that energy in the 4 of Swords to get in control and get in the driver's seat. Lead with love. Even when you're feeling like you don't know if you're going to make it, lead with love. The 5 of Wands clarifying the death energy. So this is done competing. This is done fighting with others and trying to fight. I feel like there's been family battles. There's been battles within yourself. There's been battles within your friendships. It's almost like you've been fighting this whole time to try to get others to see your vision. And part of it was because you wanted yourself. You were fighting others, but really you were fighting yourself. You were fighting so hard because part of you doubted your vision. So you were trying to make others believe it. more than you do, pretty much, if that makes sense. And for others of you, it was just you feeling the need to defend yourself against everybody else, kind of just like, oh, well, this is going to work out and it's because of this, or hiding parts of yourself because you weren't ready to defend it. This is about you needing to rise up and allow that energy to die. Pretty much what others say or think about you has nothing to do with your journey and has nothing to do with where you're headed. It's important for you to hold your own vision and to know and trust that you are headed where you were supposed to go, because it is your divine time. And this is your moment of shine. This is your time to raise up and speak this message. You can't be afraid of sharing this such a powerful message, because not everyone's going to see your vision. So you have to be willing and ready to protect yourself. Even as I said that, I paid attention to the Seven of Wands, and that's him. Like, ready to defend this, because the new day is already arrived. So you're receiving messages about how to act accordingly on this new journey and on this new path, and therefore you can't play it small based upon what other people say. So maybe your family doesn't agree with you, but making the decision to step away from the religion that you've been practicing, or they don't agree with the relationship that you're chasing, or they don't agree with the new career that you're deciding. Maybe some of you guys are making a decision about quitting school, and your family doesn't agree with that. But you have a bigger vision. You wanted to start this business, and you realize and know that it's your soul's purpose. So it's about you standing up and realizing that you have to honor what you feel. And I'm not saying drop out of high school, guys. Everybody should finish high school at a minimum. It's free education, so go get your high school diploma. But if you don't want to go to college, then that's you finally owning up and telling your parents that, like, whatever this is, whatever these messages are, whatever is aligned with your soul's purpose, it is a very big deal. It's not something that's small. It's not something to be played with. It's honoring that. And for some of you guys, I see it as a relationship. Like, maybe your family does not agree with the relationship that you are trying to start, or that is pure in your heart, and you know and accept it to be the truth. So it's about you owning up and accepting that it's a new day, and defending what the universe has told you was in alignment with you, because everybody else may not see it. The Wheel of Fortune came out to clarify the Ten of Cups. So there are 4 tens on this board. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 tens out here. At this point, there is nothing but endings and new beginnings surrounding you, and karmic cycle has changed over for you to finally reap the benefits for all of this hard work that you've been putting in, for all of this pain and this suffering that you've been undergoing. You're finally going to see it being paid off. It's like, okay, I see things flowing in. I see this Ten of Cups. I see my vision, because it's been a long time coming. You've been doing all of this healing work, and it almost felt like it was for nothing, like it was in vain. But it hasn't been. The universe has been keeping up with you, raising your energetic vibration, and because of that, it's going to match your frequency, and things are going to start flowing in for you. The last month of this decade provides so much clarity and peace and guidance that it's insane. And your next decade will look nothing like the rest of your life has. You will be calling in those relationships that you've been working for. You will be getting the love that's surrounding you. 10 of Cups came out 2 times, so that's nothing but wishes being fulfilled on this table. There's nothing but wishes being fulfilled on this table. And that's actually 5 tens. 5 tens out here. Because I forgot that the 10 of Swords came out. So you have to make the decision to not let the ego take over and tell you that where you're going is small, and that you can't close out this cycle, that you need those people in your life, and that if you don't have your family, this isn't going to work. That's like you battling and fighting against all of those negative thoughts that will try to creep in and tell you that what you've seen for yourself is not the truth. Because it is. Love and unlimited abundance, unconditional love, the relationships, the connections, all of that you need, all of your friendships, everything that you need to be successful in this next cycle is already flowing into your life. It's already in your energetic field, but the ego will have you feeling like it's not, because it's like I told you guys, as I'm channeling, I feel so much doubt. When there's all this powerful energy there, I feel so much doubt. And it's about you realizing that this energy isn't where you belong anymore. That's why the 10 of Cups came out 2 times to combat it. Like, you got these 2 10s and you got these 2 10s. This is happily ever after. This is what this last cycle was filled with. This is what your next cycle is filled with. Last cycle was filled with this. The next cycle is filled with love. Love for your life, love for your career, love for your spouse, love for your family, like love for those people that are meant to be there. You came from this having to always look over your shoulder and worried about if this person was going to say something to you, or if you needed to be moving in that direction, or if this relationship was right for you, or if you're going to get the money that you've been asking for, you know, or if the career's in alignment with you. Always having to doubt yourself and constantly being just paranoia. That's how I feel. Just constantly feeling like you're not going where you're supposed to be going. That's done. This new cycle brings you nothing but golden abundance, golden happiness, smiles, love. I'm not selling you a broken dream, but if you have been doing the work, and the collective that I'm speaking to has, your ships are coming in, and the things that you've been working towards will start to flow in. You will see these ships coming in, and the next cycle that you're moving into, this next decade, will not look like anything that you've come from. At this moment, I feel like you're being called to just kind of sit back and just look around and reflect. Really allow those things to flow up. Really allow the events that have taken place and those heartbreaks and all of the pain and the tears that you've cried, really allow them to flow to the surface so that you can throw them up and get them out of your body for once and for all, because there's no space for them where you're headed. Really focus and think about the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Like, what has that been for me? What has really caused me a lot of heartbreak? What has made me feel less than? What has kept me trapped in this cycle? What is it time for me to close the door on? And once you sit with yourself, you will see that and let it go this week. And even through, I'm telling y'all, the full moon, December 12th, the full moon in Gemini, this December, the last full moon of this decade, is such a big deal for everybody. 10 decade. This is the last full moon of this decade. Really sit with yourself and think about all of the shit that you need to release in that full moon. I'm going to have to post a full moon ritual and a full moon reading before December 12th, because the energy that I'm picking up on from that, it's so big that I want to cry. I feel like everything that was deep within that sacral chakra and that root chakra that I've been keeping you blocked, it's finally coming out to be released and thrown up, so that when you hit 2020, you hit the ground running. Messages flowing in, clarity in that third eye, like crown chakra activated, just all around spiritually beautiful, so that you can get to manifesting. So for those of y'all that didn't check, the word wants to be written. That's the card that was gonna flip over, but I'm gonna keep shuffling if it's supposed to come out. That is, I got a new oracle deck when I was in Chicago last weekend. It's called the Sacred Rebels Oracle. I love this deck so much. The readings have been so powerful. So I'm really excited to see what us Divine Feminine get. What messages to the Divine Feminine do we need? Dream a beautiful dream. The number 19, which reduces to 10. Wow. All of these endings and new beginnings. I am, This is, I love this. I love what I do. I really do. All right. Dream a beautiful dream. The urge to create is the same within you as it is for the universal creator. It also has the same magical ability to draw harmony into being and to find beautiful order in chaos. This includes bringing harmony and the perfect balance of well-being into your body, mind, and emotions. This is also the part of you that wants to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible in how you eat, dress, look, behave, make love, create art, relate to your community, write your poetry by moonlight or bathe by candlelight. If you have come to believe that your love of beauty is superficial rather than a genuine expression of your heart's appreciation of symmetry, harmony, and grace, then you may block your ability to create harmony in your life. You may believe it to be an unworthy goal. Yet beauty, genuine beauty, rather than superficial glamour, flows from within. It is an expression of radiance within the heart and a love of life. If you have struggled with the obsessive attitude towards beauty that tends to prevail in human culture, then it is time you look to nature instead. Her beauty is boundless, quirky, and endlessly diverse. If you feel blocked, thwarted, or contaminated by others in your quest to bring your beautiful dreams to life, you may feel that your heart is dulled, minimized, or shut down. Small-mindedness can limit beauty to a very narrow physical sense. However, you can shun the social disease of superficial, narrow definitions of beauty. Thumb your nose at airbrush images and dare to love what is. Honoring nature is one example. Give yourself permission to feel and be beautiful in many ways. You can feel harmony outside of what is supposed to be harmonious. If you are brave and wild enough, you can even find beauty and harmony amongst the chaos of change. Sensing that change is the creative process kicking into gear, realizing there is nothing to fear brings even greater beauty, harmony, surrender, and grace to the experience of life, creating itself in more stunning forms through you. You are meant to dream of beauty and to create beauty in its far more holistic and creative definition. Beauty is meant to soothe the soul, inspire thoughts of love, devotion, and appreciation, and to balance the nervous system. These are healing effects. Healing for the creator and those that receive it. They are worthwhile. They are not meaningless, impractical, flippant, or trivial. A world without the beauty of art in all its various and unique interpretations would be a less colorful, less vibrant, less cheeky, and less healing place to be. Time that you spend dreaming of beauty and allowing it to be born through you in various heart-centered ways is worthwhile. Don't disregard it or discount it. The most beautiful dreams can inspire the practical, hard-working dedication required to bring them to life for the betterment of the world. This oracle comes with a particular message for you. There is a situation in your life right now where you feel uncertain about your ability to fix or heal it. You lack the inspiration to be able to imagine it differently than how it currently seems to be. You may therefore feel inhibited in your ability to bring about constructive change. However, the perfect beauty of this situation is not revealed by what you attempt to do. It is through trying to impose the right dream upon it. It is to be healed and perfected into all that it can be through the revelation of the beauty that already lies within it. This happens when we accept the existence of inner harmony in all of creation, even if it cannot be consciously observed. By expecting there to be beauty within a situation, even if it is hidden, you will be more open to seeing the healing potential, even in your challenges. Don't attempt to force the situation or issue to take the right shape. Instead, ask it to show its beauty to you. This might apply to your body, to your relationship, to your finances, your work situation, a new creative project, or anything else. From this place of inquiry, you will begin to grasp the creative genius of what is and unveil not only its potential beauty, but how perfect it is for you at this time, just as it is. In opening up to the beauty within yourself and your circumstances, you also open up to change. What we accept can change most easily. It is when we resist or deny the change that slows down and suffering persists. You can overcome resistance and denial by approaching it with a curious mind, an open heart, and the healing process. By the way, this oracle has come to you because you have the power to be a positive influence in whatever situation holds the most meaning for you right now, and you need to know that. That was such a powerful message. All right, Divine Feminine, I love you guys so much. I'm super glad to be a part of this collective. Please make sure that you comment and like this video. Also hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm sending you love and light throughout this week. Namaste. Thank you.